Hey everyone, we're live at the Paste Studios in New York right now with Che Apalache. Guys, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, dude, of course. You're doing this and then headed pretty soon over to Rockwood Music Hall. You've got a show at Rockwood on stage 1 at 10 o'clock tonight. So have a great show then, and we appreciate you guys coming by and sharing the music with us now.
Sure thing.
Yeah, can you tell us what's coming up first today?
Yeah, we're going to do a little medley of Jarabe, Tapatío, Saludo, murguero, and María. You guys ready? Apalache. We travel near, we travel far, from the town of Buenos Aires. Cambalache musical. Pull a chair up to the table. Hoy brindamos from the heart. Without borders, sin fronteras. Este viaje va a empezar. Cielo, qué linda María, María, María divina, qué suerte que tuve tenerte en mi vida. Llámalo al leñero, dale que llama, dile que traiga leña, que quiero quemar la pena que hiere mi corazón. Dios lo ve. Suerte, que te llame la muerte, que te vayas así. María, María en mi vida, de noche y de día, solo pienso en ti. Llámalo al leñero, dile que traiga leña, que quiero quemar la pena que hiere mi corazón. llamado leñero. Dile que traiga leña, que quiero quemar la pena que hiere mi corazón. Y papá, yo morí. Hey,
Thank you, man. This is awesome. I love this. I like your band a lot.
this is fun.
Yeah, it is. Can we? So there's a lot going on there. That was your so-called like something of a musical calling card there.
Yeah, it's like a calling
wonderful introduction to your band. Can you tell us a bit about the origin story and how you four find yourselves here today?
Yeah, well, after doing a little bit of globetrotting, I wound up in Buenos Aires. I moved down there in January of 2010, and I started teaching banjo because there were no banjo teachers in town, and someone had to do it. So I took on that role, and eventually these guys found me and very quickly got better than me, so I decided to put them to work. So I was teaching them bluegrass, and they taught me a lot about Latin American folk music in the process. And almost a decade went by, and now we're in New York City.
Nice. And you're still down there full time, right? You're in Buenos Aires. You guys.
Ostensibly, I mean, we sort of live in a minivan and in hotels in the States these days. We're up here a lot. We've been up here a lot this year. I think more time than we've actually been down there, if I'm not mistaken. So.
And dude, at a ton of shows. I saw there were a lot of Alaska shows. There were a lot of your Rockwood Stage 1 tonight at 10 o'clock. The Queer Roots Showcase at Americana Fest on
In
September
Nashville,
12th.
yeah.
That's going to be a great show. And then a ton of Alaska dates in late September. And then after that, you're at the Western States and Midwest
Southwest,
through November 17th. So there are everyone who's watching right now, please check these guys out live. There's ample opportunity to see that happen. Thank you for coming and sharing this. So the majority, if not all of the songs are off of Rearrange My Heart, which congratulations to you guys because that came out pretty recently, a month ago on Free Dirt Records. Can you tell us what's coming up second today?
Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of, I guess, music inspired by Buenos Aires, the city where this band was born. This is a milonga. It's called La Milonga del Cuis Empedernido. Just launch into it?
Yeah.
All right. ¿Cómo nos metimos? Este mundo está jodido. Encendés la maquinita, ya tenés 10.000 amigos. Agarrás el ratoncito y metes un par de clics. Pero no me vengas con me gustas, quiero verte, soy un quiz. ¿En qué quilombo nos metimos? El celular es sagrado y no pasás ni un segundo sin mirarlo enamorado. Lo querés más que tu vieja, que tu hermano y tu papá. Pero ese bicho no merece el cariño que le da. La pantalla, ¿cuánta vida habrá pasado? Sé que todos te respaldan. Yo tal vez soy anticuado, más prefiero mano a mano que vivir hipnotizado. Hay un mundo diferente y lo tenés que conocer. Si dejas el cachivache notarás que estás en él. Dejemos esta farsa, desenredémonos. Hacete quiz conmigo, alegrarte el corazón. Como un gnomo voy cantando y orley, orley, orlay, con mi banjo Apalache salpicao de zapucay. Soy un quiz empedernido, pasto y mugre musical, un linchera distinguido, todo el mundo es mi hogar. como un gnomo voy cantando, yorolé, yorolé, yorolay, con mi pancho Apalache, salpicado de zapucay. Soy un cuis empedernido, pasto de mugre musical, minchera distinguido, todo el mundo es mi hogar.
All right, thank you guys.
I'm gonna check this tuning if you don't mind real quick.
Yeah, please do, dude. Take your time. That's always the right decision. I'm gonna drink my coffee. Nice. So I know a bit about the production of this album, but I'd like to know more about it. I purposely didn't Google it because I wanted to hear more about it from you guys. I know that he's no stranger to this room. Bela Fleck heard about you guys and signed on to produce it. So this is you've got to work very closely with him. Wondering what was the origin of that relationship, and what was it like working with him to create this album?
Well, Bela was doing a banjo camp in North Carolina. I found out about it one night just kind of perusing Facebook. And I realized it was smack dab in a gap in our touring schedule last year. And so I just sort of reached out and said, hey, Bela, hi, we exist. We're in South America trying to fuse, Appalachian music and the bluegrass techniques with, Latin American folk music. And I sent him some of my material and some of the band's material, and he very graciously invited us to his camp, just to come hang out and show people what we were doing, because he thought it was cool. Bela loves world music and fusion in general. So he's like a pioneer of that, really. And so we finally got in front of him in Brevard, North Carolina, and he thought it was cool. So he invited us to his house in Nashville to come, hang out and work together and see if he could help shape our sound, you know what I mean? And so we worked with him for a couple days last October, and it was really cool. We had a really nice rapport him as a producer, if you will, and us as just, like the band he was going to record. So he invited us to come back in February and record an album. And we went and stayed with him for 2 weeks and recorded it in his basement. And the rest is history. Now it's out in the world.
Cool, man. Well, good for you. I'm glad that experience happened.
So are
for
we.
for the 1 hour twice that I've interacted with that guy. He seems awesome. I'm glad you guys got to spend a ton of time with him and create that. I've been listening to it all weekend, and I plan to continue to listen to it. It's outstanding. Hopefully everyone who's on this live stream right now is also able to check out the album. Rearrange My Heart just came out a month ago on Free Dirt Records, and we're going to hear 2 more from it, right?
Right. This next song is more bluegrassy, kind of rock and rolly. It's 2 songs in one. It's Over in Glory, Into New Swing. We're going to let this banjo picking rooster kick it here right now, Paul. 1, 2, 3. Joy everlasting as wide as the glory, Lord, what did I find but a band of drunk angels singing and crying? Their words pierced the heavens and split me in two. Sun, even in glory, you can't shake the blues.
Dale, Che!
This ain't no man's about to rock and roll. Things are looking hellish down on earth. Down on earth below, Lord. Everybody's trying to make the gravy. Riding that train 45, ride. Riding that gravy train back on home. Sophisticated doofus in a fancy coat. What a neighborhood to see. Mother buses and boats. Back on the baby road, surely won't go. I said no. I said no. My no. Folks together is a better way. Let your light shine together is the new slaver.
That's cool, man. I like these songs, dude. And they lend themselves to medleying so well. Like when I thought that I knew that Over in Glory had medleyed out of that song into the next one, then I realized, oh no, not at all. That's what that song is.
Yeah, it's kind of like a 2-part journey.
Yeah. Yeah, made into a 3-part in this case, plus new swing, and yeah, dude, I enjoyed that a lot. Yeah. So a lot of these songs, there's a theme of, I mean, you've got the Dreamer. I think you're playing the Dreamer next.
Yeah, we're gonna
You've got
do
the
that.
Wall as well. I mean, there's definitely themes of free movement and migration of people, and this band would not exist without quite a bit of globe-trotting and movement. Can we talk a little bit about those themes that exist on this album as it relates to the next song coming up?
Yeah, well, immigration is a pretty important thing to consider right now in the world. I was an immigrant, well, I still am an immigrant in Argentina. I have permanent residence status, and but being an immigrant is a huge privilege for me. Like, you know, getting to immigrate fairly easily to Argentina made me think about what it would be like to be an undocumented immigrant in the United States. And anyway, I met this guy at a conference in North Carolina a couple years ago named Moises Serrano, who is an undocumented North Carolinian. He's every bit as much of a North Carolinian as me, but he doesn't have papers, so the trajectories of our lives have been very different. He's from Yadkin County. He's also a political activist, and he's fighting for, you know, a pathway to citizenship or for residence, so that, you know, he can't like leave the country and come back in. It's a very difficult thing to have to experience. So anyway, I became friends with Moises, and we met up several times, and he came to some of our gigs, and I eventually asked him, hey man, could we write a song? Could I write a song about you? To which he consented. And with his permission, I'm going to use the anglicized version of his name, Moses. And this is his story, a story that I think should be heard. It's called The Dreamer. La, la, la. La, la, la. Shepherds wouldn't roam o'er so harsh a land. There the sun beats down like hellfire. Bones mark a path clear across the sands. Forlorn souls upon them walking. Ay, 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 mi corazón, venga nuestra salvación. Poor baby Moses, wasn't but 1 year old when his mama crossed the border. 2 little girls scurrying along in tow. He was crying on her shoulder. Their long journey's end was Yadkin County, Tobacco Road, North Carolina, where a grief-stricken daddy prayed through desperate nights his family'd soon be reunited. Ay, 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 mi corazón, venga nuestra salvación. Well, Moses grew up playing hide and seek amongst rhododendron branches, but his mama's fear ran mighty deep in the hills of Appalachia. Blue flashing lights through fearful nights proved the world was unforgiving. An immigrant child must face a life where dreaming is forbidden. Lord, when all is said and done, and this tired old race is run, is there room for love beneath the sun after all is said and done? Summer green gives way to auburn. Into the wilds was Moses thrust, for to wade against rough waters. Now you and I can sing a song, and we can build a congregation, but only when we take a stand, where we change our broken nation. Lord, when all is said and done, and this tired old race is run, is there room for love beneath the sun after all is said and done?
Man, thank you guys again for coming and doing this. I really enjoy those chord changes. I enjoy everything about that song. Thank you for spreading that message. We're happy to use this platform to spread that message and amplify it as much as possible.
More power to you, man.
And dude, have a great show tonight. It's at Rockwood Music Hall, stage 1 at 10 o'clock tonight. There are a ton of shows coming up. You're at the Queer Roots Showcase at Americana Fest, September 12th. Ton of Alaska dates like I was talking about. That's going to be beautiful. Enjoy that part of the country. And then Western states and Southwest and Midwest. You're everywhere. You're basically everywhere between now and November 17th. All of the dates are up at cheapalache.com. And best of luck on the album, man. Rearrange My Heart just came out a month ago. Bela Fleck produced it. We just heard 7 songs from it, 5 of them in medley form. But thank you for sharing all the music with us, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.